We're retrying it again. I got a little frustrated, just needed to talk to the girlfriend a bit. And she gave me some kind, positive words. So, we are gravy now. I feel a little better about it. Oh, we got our rice and our chicken first. So this must be yours, girl. Damn. We got all the sauces. I don't need more sauces. It's kind of them. Beard got the sauces, so. Damn, they didn't even give me any. They gave me cocktail sauce at least. That's good. Well, hell, if it's in front of me, why not use it, right? We've got our rice here. I know a lot of people wouldn't have French fries and rice, but I don't built like most people. Oh. I'll tell you. Hey, CJ. I don't know if it sent out the notifications or not. That's why I said something. I'm like, you know what? She could be busy, but also I don't think it might have sent out the notifications. So I should probably notify in the cave too. I'm hungry. This is the one, and then we had buy one, get one free with the platters, so. We have a chicken and fish one. Now I got something that many people wouldn't get, which is French fries and rice together. Damn, I like the rice. Fuck it, I'll do it myself. 1 second. There we go. I notified myself. And then we're gonna go try a black and mild. I realized I was looking at my list when I sat down. I forgot a lyric. Lyric is the one black and mild that I haven't tried so far. So I'll have to look for it. I've never even heard of the lyrics, so. Really good. I ate like half my food last night. Then I passed out because I was drunk. I woke up this morning to my phone at 1%. I shot awake to my phone at 1%. I actually went and plugged it in, but the live fucked off then. But yeah, folks. We got a new ashtray, which I noticed was like a sticker that they put on the back, which is good. So we've got a black and mild casino. I got 2 casinos because I actually like them. I remember loving them. I've already smoked a wine, but we got a cream. These are basically the ones that I haven't tried or it's been a while. I had an ex-girlfriend that she smoked the black and mild, the wine, the wood tips. So I've had those a lot. Okay. So I wonder which one should we have? We should have the cream, the jazz, a casino, royal. Maybe sweet? I don't know. Royal's kind of calling to me too. I don't know what royal is or jazz. I don't know what either of these ones taste like. I have an idea about cream, and I remember a casino kinda. I'd say that's a plastic tip. The jazz is a wood tip. Let's see what the jazz is like. Give me 1 second to actually. Empty my other ashtray. Yeah, I found a uni ashtray, folks. When I saw it, I was like, hey, can I get a uni kitty ashtray? And he's just like, he just looked at me like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? After you've been drinking, I need to remember I need to make my drink 0 sugar. So we're gonna try a Black and Mild Jazz. I don't know what the Jazz is supposed to taste like. I didn't look it up at all. Let's give it a smell. Oh, it smells almost like a pina colada, something like that. Damn, it kind of got crushed at the end and some of the tobacco fell off. It smells kind of mango-y and sweet. I don't know, we'll see. I'm not too happy about that, for sure. Like, most of it fell out of the top and everything. And then when I emptied it down, I pointed it downwards and the tobacco fell out. It just tastes like a regular Black and Mild to me. A little sweet. Maybe a little harsher than the regular Black and Mild. I don't even know. What's it even say that the Jazz are supposed to be like? Who knows? My uni ashtray. Might as well use it, right? That is clearly not a cigarette ashtray, but, you know, whatever. It's a decent cigar. Maybe a little sweeter? I don't know. Fanny, you like the uni ashtray? Fanny said she likes the uni ashtray. I'm glad when Fanny is supportive. Because she doesn't like smoking, drinking, any of that. Maybe she'll even lay with me after I've been drinking. Yeah, I got hungover because I mixed sugar and caffeine with alcohol. And if you're gonna do your colas, you need diet, like, you need like 0 sugar, 0 caffeine. I don't taste any different. I'll look something up. Hold on. They use the 3 harshest pipe tobaccos there are in this. So I was definitely right in my initial flavor profile thing. It's a little harsher, a little stronger than the regular, but tastes kind of sweet like it. Looked it up. That's exactly what it told me. They use Cavendish and what are the other Burley and all that. Was a cigar for a man. That's kind of crazy that they have a cigar like that. It's not really black and mild, is it? It's not mild anymore. It's like black and harsh. Hey, Julie. So that's a pretty nice cigar. There's a lot of people, depending on where you live, it might be the best cigar that you ever smoke. Certainly some people in like an inner city don't have access to the fancy cigar places. How are you all doing? You know, as a reviewer, sometimes you're like, I don't know, like, do I really have it? Am I really able to identify a flavor if I don't know what it is first? And things like that cigar experience I just had really tell me that I know a thing or two about a thing or two. Because I'm like, yeah, it tastes just like a regular one, except it's harsher. And then I look it up. All the three, like, primary pipe tobaccos that are pretty harsh are in it, so. Not really. When I get a black and mild, I want a more mild smoke than that, so. I'm excited about the casino. I mean, it's good they're wood tipped. But yeah, the casino I'm excited because those are the ones that I would smoke. Hey, JR is still alive. We're still giving him watch hours. Let's go. When is UMG going to give me permission to play this album? Because I'm not going to stop playing it. Don't sue me, Carter Vale. Oh, yeah. The gluten-free pancakes at IHOP are just to die for. I'm telling you, when I had them, my dad took a bite and he's like, that doesn't taste any different than the pancakes that I'm used to. You know how picky my dad is, and like, I have to have exactly the same thing. He's like, that just tastes exactly the same. I'm like, he's like, I wouldn't even know if you didn't tell me. And I was like, wow, that's a really good review right there. Yeah, I almost went to IHOP this morning. Hey, dog mom, what's up, dude? The girlfriend got confused by the name. That's funny. I'm gonna always remember that. I see the band somewhere. I'll be like, oh, I'll remember that memory. Like, I'll see it on like something up, and I'll be like, oh wow, hey, I remember that. Yeah, yeah. You have to be careful. Oh, I need to do laundry soon. I cleaned the kitchen this morning. I got mad this morning because my mom is like, before she left, she moved and she hid a lot of the cleaning products and stuff. I found them like stuffed into like the back of like a closet and all this. Like the dusters were like in this drawer, like pushed in the back. Like it's weird. I don't get it. Oh yeah. I don't think I've never seen a band live. The only live music I've ever experienced is when I play my music. People are like, have you ever like been to a concert? And I'm like, I was like, I played music on live. I mean, if I play music on live, I'm doing the concert, so I've done that. And they're like, no, no, have you been to one? I'm like, "Mm." It was like most of the bands that I've listened to have been together for like 20 years. Like, I've been hoping to see the Residents. The last few Residents tours that they did were like in Europe and all this. And I'm like, do I even want to see Randy like up there singing? He's like 85 years old now. Like, it's wild they've had the same lead singer since 1967 like that. The Rolling Stones and all that are like that. I think about the Crickets. The Crickets are still together. Buddy Holly, the band that Buddy Holly joined, the Crickets. The Crickets are still together and they still do shows here and there. They haven't released a new album in a long time, but and they still have many of their original members and everything. And I'm like, the band formed in 1955, 56, something like that. A long time ago. A long time ago. Yeah, at IHOP they add pancake batter. Just like they add flour to the nacho cheese at at Taco Bell. Yeah, I play the guitar. Not very good. Well, I have my noise guitar and everything. So. Oh yeah, I need a. I need to get my guitar repaired. Around my birthday, there's an official Fender place. I need to get my guitar repaired. All I know is, next time I buy a guitar, if it has the pegs for the for stringing the guitar, there ain't no fucking way. I could string the guitar if I didn't have the pegs. I can't figure it out to save the life of me. Like this one, I string this guitar on my own. It's easy. I just put the shit down through here, get it down here, get it up here, loop it around. It's easy. Pull it into tune, then cut it and everything. Make sure I have enough for all the tuning. Cut it, like, easy. This one I have to like go to a Fender retailer and like have them help me. Like, I bet we're really out of tune. just focus like over here, and then like I do with the noise guitar. All of a sudden, once I take everything professional about playing out the picture of like playing I'm amazed I can do that with so little strings. You usually need all 6 strings to do that. Holy shit. Holy shit, I need to practice that more. Whatever. We're okay. Everything's gravy. All gravy and I need to practice with that technique more. I like my blisters have blisters on them. The blisters don't realize that I ain't giving a fuck. Once I get all 6 strings, I can play the guitar a lot more properly, which will be good. Oh. That's really good. Oh, hell no. Give me $1. You want some wisdom? Don't chase people that don't chase you back. No, I got the best lady chasing after me, so I don't need no advice with that. I did perfectly. And I ain't sharing my advice with anybody, so. How do you do it? You be yourself. Just be yourself. That's it. Yeah, watching my parents' house at the moment. Pretty nice place. Hi, the name's Beard. They call me Beardy Boy. Yeah, we're just kind of chilling. Not doing a whole lot. I got a lot of the talking out on the live earlier today. I don't even know what, during like the 5 a.m. cigar hunt. I got my uni ashtray. It's a why 18 plus? Because kids suck. Like, they're boring and they're not fun. They're not engaging. It's not. As an adult, the last fucking thing you should be talking to is children. You should be talking to other adults, not children. You're weird if you allow children and want children around your life at all. Which my mods ain't here. I'm about to go check some profiles when I finish my cigarette. So anybody that's a kid, you're gonna get found out pretty fast. Yeah, I don't want any fucking kids. It's weird. It's creepy. The only reason that a lot of people get their watch hours or anything is because they allow trolls. They allow children around. Once you separate down to the adult viewers, all of a sudden you're getting like hundreds less watch hours. And you actually get an idea of like why it is. And I thought about it too. I'm like, who of the major YouTubers bans children from their channel totally? And I'm like, none of them. That's how they're able to do it. And I'm like, you can still accomplish it without it, so. Oh yeah. They'll be here in between when they work and stuff. Mondays aren't the best. When it's already hitting the live now because I've already gone live 4 times today, so. After you go live 3 times, it starts sending it out to even your viewers. But I shared it to the Fanny pack. I think I should be good now. Yeah. I'll go get stoned and listen to music. I guess we'll get stoned and listen to music. Oh, fuck yeah. I might turn on subscriber only mode too. I don't know. We'll have to see. Sub only mode is the best. There is no way on the YouTube thing. I've asked them for years and years. I don't know. Since 2010 or so. Like, make it where you can enable an option where only 18 plus verified accounts can subscribe to you. Like, please. Like, I go through my subscriber list and I have to hide people from the channel. That's the only way I know how to do it. I'm like, please fix the shit. Like, you've done so many of the other things that we've been like, we want this. Please fucking do it. Fucking. It'd be really nice. I'm so damn hungover from yesterday too. I gotta remember to not mix like sugar and caffeine with alcohol. You do that shit, you're gonna have a bad day the next day. The zero sugar stuff doesn't even make you feel hungover, that's for sure. Okay. Let's see. I can't drink like when I was younger either, too. The Flying Beagle.
You've got places to go, people to see.
Okay. Let's see. You mentioned the military, so. Yeah, a lot of people smoke and smoke and smoke. I guess it's better than the drinking. Okay, we're good so far. Okay. They have a fake picture and everything. That isn't. Oh, okay. So we're pretty good, it looks like, I'm sure. I'm sure there's people that have. Oh, I heard the alarm and I'm like, what the fuck? It's pretty sad people don't know the difference between reality anymore. Oh, fishy all wrapped up and shit. Oh, poor Dawn. We're gonna have one of the nicest days possible, and I'm hoping if I just rest my body a bit, I can feel. I could always just drink some more alcohol and make the hangover go away. That's no solution. I'm amazed. Probably won't drink tonight. We'll see. For sure, if I do, I'm only having one vanilla Coke. No, I don't care about money. There's a lot more important things in the world than money. Too many people waste their lives away chasing after something that doesn't fucking matter. I mostly think because they're unhappy in life and they really can't face themselves or reflect in and really be who they are, so they just have to kind of focus on something else. And then they just lose themselves, so. I'm just enjoying the tunes at the moment. Mm. Yeah, 3-hour show. Holy shit. That's really long. Yo. Oh. That's religion. I forgot to plug my phone. I'm gonna finish eating what I want to out of the thing, and I'm gonna get my food put up. Especially if it's like seafood and all that, I need to get it put up pretty fast. Not that. How about we make a little plate, Miss Fanny? You full, kiddo? Fathom. What's up, dude? I'm pretty hungover. I've got to say, if you mix drinks, you gotta go 0 sugar. 0 sugar, 0 caffeine. Damn. You were a little bit drunk. I don't really remember last night, to be honest, too much. All I know is like I told you guys, when I poured the Evan Williams, I remember saying it. I'm not going to remember anything for the rest of the night. I didn't remember anything for the rest of the night. Oh, jeez. Dude. Is that the best feeling in the world for sure? What? The Seahawks had the fanny pack rooting for them. They were guaranteed to win then. we all were there, like, even if you weren't, you were there rooting for them. Because you're a part of the Fanny Pack. And because our better half of the Fanny Pack roots for the Seahawks. We do. Me either. Me either. The lady is, though, so I'm by proxy. And I like football, and I like football enough that. Oh, is that the hockey team? Because we have the Coyotes here. We're the fucking Coyotes. And it's like, yes, I get there isn't another predator in the state, but like. I figured as much. I remember you saying you're a hockey fan as well. Well, you like hockey. If I go to a sports bar and stuff. Oh, not the Coyotes? Isn't it like the Cyclones or something now? If I go to a sports bar and stuff, I hope that they have like. That I don't have to watch football or anything. Usually they'll have. Usually they'll have hockey. They had cricket one time. I was like, fucking cricket. Like, what's this gay shit? That's exactly what anybody going into the Kansas bar would think, too. I'm like, who the fuck is watching cricket? Oh, okay. The Utah Mammoths. God, I can't get this bag closed. Whatever. It's good to have one of the fanny packs here. Good to have you. I don't even remember. I don't know. The hockey teams have crazy names. I bet there's a unicorn. I just watch whatever hockey's on. I'm not a aficionado of sports at all. I think sports is kind of eh. This is probably the first time we've ever talked NHL in this chat. I'm just over here having a little lunch. The waffle fries at Long John Silver's are to die for. Like, oh, Topeka's terrible. Central Topeka's awful. I remember I brought a friend of mine from Kentucky here, and when we first went to like Central Topeka, we had to go into like a gas station. When we got out of that car, it was like I had a fucking time traveler on my hands, like. And I was like, you've been around black people before. What the fuck do you mean? Like, of course they're all over. Like, they're all over the United States. They have been for hundreds of years. What the fuck are you talking about? I remember that. I remember there was this lady that came up to like the vehicle once we got in, and she'd like ask my friend. She's like, oh, I'm running a little low on gas money. Like, I could use a little money to get gas. And I told her, hey, fuck off. That's what I said to her. And my friend was horrified. She's like, why do you say that to a lady? Like, what if she needed help? And I'm like, she didn't need no fucking help. And she's like, how do you know that? How are you sure about that? I was like, nobody around here will need help. Like, they're not gonna ask you like that. Like, there ain't no fucking way. And as soon as I told her fuck off, she didn't fight with me or anything. She just immediately walked away. Oh, hold on, people. Get the booming voice. Use the booming voice. Because if I holler fuck off at somebody as deep as my voice can go, they really look at me like, what the fuck? We used to have so many more stores here, and it used to be some life to business. Now I don't know. They've taken away a lot of the colorfulness that was around when we were kids. I know you're a little bit younger than me. You were still born in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. So you remember when we were younger. Yeah, you were, because, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I had to think on that. I think about like the fast food places, all of them are very drab and the same. And it wasn't just us because we were a kid, it's the way things used to be. Every single comedian is entitled to say whatever jokes, whatever they feel like. They should expect some backlash if they really push hard based on the way society is, but you at the same time, you're free to say whatever you want. I think about like the Kramer incident, where he had a really bad day at work. Well, yeah, like all the fast food places, they look the fucking same. They did Dave Chappelle so wrong. I'm glad he walked away from their deal that they had with his show. He's definitely one of the greatest comedians to ever live. One of my favorite comedians is Louis C.K. I mean, I know he's recently had that little, yeah. He's just really funny and really personable, particularly his show and stuff. Like his show has some of the most like realistic dialogue that you ever see in anything. I think about like the poker scene from that show. Damn, I want to go watch it actually. Where they asked old Rick, what's his name? Rick, what's Rick's last name? He was one of the first openly gay comedians. They asked him about being gay, and he's like, I talk about gay sex more with you than any of my gay friends. Like, you guys are obsessed. God, I don't know if I'm obsessed, but curious. The woke shit's not good, like, really. I don't know how to not be political. But the woke stuff, like, it makes it harder for people to accept the kind of lifestyle that you live. Trying to force people into being woke and accepting of people's lifestyle will just make them hate it and make people have way more hate and disdain for something than they ever could. Trying to be forced into it like that. The best thing I can say is whatever the joke is, you couldn't say it in the chat, so it must be pretty wild. Oh, you just said it was a joke. Oh, okay. No. Remember when we were growing up and we were taught that seeing race was like, it was racist to like see people's race? And nowadays we're being taught that if you don't see race, you're racist. And it's like, what? Huh? Huh? It's like, I'm gonna go with the first one. Well, some people, sometimes you gotta be careful too where you voice the joke, you know? Some people could be a little more sensitive. I know, it's wild. And one of the things about that society has not always been that accepting, I don't know. I know from like my grandpa and stuff, like the way he talked and he behaved, that like we're talking about the 1940s here, about 1943, 42, something like that. He was working at a dockyard. One of the workers, he was gay, and they did make fun of him for being gay quite often. But he also didn't talk about it like, oh, this is a big issue. It's like we always thought it was really funny how fruity it was. And we'd always ask him, be like, hey, you have any dates with a woman tonight? I'm just like, I'm like, for the 1940s, they're not just like, they're not just being mean to this shit. They're like, they're busting his balls like they would any other guy. And it just makes me, it makes me wonder if a lot of people base a lot of that off their parents and how they acted and behaved and their grandparents. And this is the way society was. Damn. I don't know if there is any sweet spot. I'm thinking about that. Definitely made the wrong joke to the wrong kind of people. Some people. I thought about what the Bible doesn't really say anything about gay people at all. Like, there's some parts that could be inferred, implied to be about it, but it's not like Moses, like God went to Moses, he's like, hey, no queers, like, and there's nothing like that. Now, one thing that God did say is that it's the duty of every daughter to preserve the seed of her father. So why aren't these Christian women out here having children with their fathers? Like, because the Bible's very clear about that. That's one of your duties as a woman. The Bible is extremely clear about the duties of women, and that's one of them. That's the first time I burned the Bible when I was reading, because I was like, this book's evil. Like, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe what I was reading. And I'm like, people don't bring this verse up, do they, huh? I'm... You should read, there's the Quran, and then there's two other ones. I forget, one of the other ones. There's a story about Muhammad where he went with a scribe in the desert, like in the middle of the night, and he drew this line in the sand. And then this tribe that, I forget the name of the tribe off the top of my head, but like they're described as like big, buff, and black. Like 5 of those men come out and they ravage and ride Muhammad all night long. That's how they describe it. And I'm just like, and his scribe is there. He brought his scribe to this gay orgy in the desert to write it down. And like his scribe talks about like, oh, they try and get him, but because Muhammad drew the line in the sand, like they can't get to him, they can't grab him because he's protected by God here. And it's just like, what the fuck? It's like, don't tell my 6-year-old wife I'm gay. That's when I think about Islam, that's my first thought. Don't tell my 6-year-old wife I'm gay. Like, why'd he bring his scribe out for it and everything? He's like, I'm gonna have this gay orgy in the desert. I gotta bring my scribe. Like, what the fuck? Now that scribe wrote it down. It's probably all he could do at the moment. Because he didn't know what the fuck to think about what was occurring in front of him. I love that story. That's so funny to me. And Muhammad laid his head in his scribe's lap like in the morning, and he rested because he was so tired from the activities of the night. All I can think about is how terrified his scribe was. It's like, what the fuck? Middle of the night, Muhammad showed up at his door, and he's like, grab your writing material and come with me. That's so funny. I don't really care if I offend anybody. Like, defend the story to me. Tell me what it actually means. If it doesn't mean what I think it does, tell me what rode and ravaged all night long could imply to me anything else. I mean, I don't. What they do? Bring horses out and like butcher the horses all night or something? Yeah, hell no. Yeah. I can't get over that story. I gotta get the Hadabajif, I think is what it is. I gotta read it from the actual thing. But there's a lot of stories where it's just like the scribe wrote this story down because it sounds like he was terrified and he didn't know what the fuck else to do in this situation. Which there's not really many stories like that in the Bible, I'll be honest. Kind of, I talked to Penelope for like 2 hours. I miss her. She's like stolen my heart away, like, and it's like getting more and more and more, like. It's getting harder and harder, but we definitely need to make sure before we go into person, like. I don't even know how I'll leave that, like. Mm. I have Zombie by Johnny Gilbert stuck in my head. Of course. Oh yeah, be right back. Oh, hey, PA. Did I eat crazy? I don't think I ate too crazy, did I? Did I? I'm a little hungover. I didn't follow one of my core things about drinking, which is don't add extra sugar to your alcohol. And I'm feeling a little. I could definitely use a nap. Definitely. Have some Long John Silver's. That's always good hungover food. I wouldn't be hungover if I followed my own advice. Hey, Fathom. Oh. Yeah, I live off beef sticks. That sounds about right. Oh, yeah, I had my turkey sticks and all that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Usually with my colas, I'll do caffeine-free, sugar-free stuff, and you won't get a hangover pretty much at all, as long as you drink water. Mm. Yeah, I need to remember the water too. I just went a little, I don't know. Long John Silver's is so good. People sleep on it. Like, sure, at Long John Silver's, their sides aren't the greatest. But they have a good variety of sides, and those waffle fries are damn good. Hey, Fat Cat. We're actually gonna we're actually gonna play the Telltale games on live here. Oh shit, we should start it tonight, I guess. We're gonna go through them all. I'm so damn sick of playing episode 1. I had my achievements glitch for it, and I played through episode 1 5 times in a row until it gave me the achievement for beating it. Yeah. Yeah. The the platter I have, that's one of the platters that I have actually. I love the 2 fish, 3 chicken. That's the way to go. I've never had the chicken. I'm expecting to get the chicken where it's like really rubbery or like overcooked. I've never got it like that. And I expect it every time. Yeah. The Telltale ones, they take place in the comic universe as opposed to the TV one. And that's why it's a lot more brutal and everything. Yeah. Clementine is my favorite Walking Dead character, I'd agree. Like, I'm sad we never see Clementine in the show. Well, as any little girl would go through the apocalypse. At least her hat or something. Like, Clementine is lucky. If she'd not run into Lee, she wouldn't have survived in the apocalypse. She would have starved to death in that treehouse, waiting for her parents. Like, we have just like a little Clementine short with Clementine and RJ. Yeah, RJ. Alvin Jr. Oh, AJ. Okay. Alvin Jr., okay. That's what I was thinking. It was AJ or RJ. I like seeing the comic universe, so it's really cool. Like, because I'm not as big on the TV one. It would have been cool if we'd seen more, like, in the comic, like, the government and the military don't collapse. They're still around in, like, this little pocket. Like, we know about, like, the California National Guard. They have, like, retreated back to their main base, and they brought, like, all their families and stuff. And even, like, years on in the apocalypse, it's still, like, going and going well. And they're trying to, like, sweep and clear California of the undead. And we see like 40 years, 50 years on, 60, something like that. I think it's 45 in the comics. We see like 45 years into the future. And we see like Carl with his like long gray beard, wearing like the old sheriff's hat, with his son telling him the story, and we find out like, oh, this is the story. It's interesting. No, not too much spoiler. There's more to it, but we see like the world pretty much pacified, where people don't even know what walkers are anymore. And we see stuff that I find really cool, like the streams filled with fish again, the flocks of birds in the sky that block out the sun. The flocks of birds that block out the sun is something that we lost, and it'd be pretty interesting to see again. So they said in colonial America that you could just fire your gun off in the air, and you'd hit a bird and you'd have dinner. You could just fire it off right in the air and just hit a bird. The birds were so thick in the sky. Oh. Yeah, I'm still alive, fat cat. Oh. Yeah, I talked to the girlfriend and kind of motivated me. I'm like, okay, I'll come back alive. And around noon or stuff alive. Do you have a smoker? You have a smoker, don't you? That sounds delicious. Bacon wrapped smoked meatloaf. I'm sorry, Fathom. That alcohol got your stomach. I'm doing pretty good. I kind of want to drink a little more, but I'm going to wait till later tonight. I guess. Oh, there you go. PA seems to think I ate a lot. I don't feel like I did because I was hungry. I don't know. I remember smashing that burrito. I remember smashing that burrito. Like, the reds are those are it's a cider, like an apple cider. Come on, Grace. I'm not that much younger than you. I guess I never thought about how old Grace is. But I can't be that much younger. I feel that. Oh, that's crazy. That would put me into the morgue. I gotta eat like rice. I'm like having stewed rice. I don't know. You're like, that sounds terrible. Stewed rice and fluffed crab. You're like, we do not eat good at the beard one. Oh, of course. That's what dudes do to each other. Bust each other's balls. And... He busy is one of the guys. Oh, wow. Yeah, he busy is one of the guys. I'm almost like, does he agree with your lifestyle? And I'm like, does it matter? If he's accepting of it enough to bust his balls, like... Damn. That's good that it's all good now. Hey, interpersonal relationships can be tough sometimes. So... I'm starting to get a little bit of a drinking tolerance. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, it's better just to not worry about it. Not let it bother you. She's gonna act, she's gonna have behave how she does. You have your own life separate from hers. And she can think and feel however she feels, so. I'm gonna have to get a nap in. I'm probably gonna do another 15 minutes live or something. We'll hit like 2 hours. Exactly. More than enough going on. Yeah. We could all use less negativity in our lives. Might take a break from drinking tonight. Oh, this feels the best at the moment. Shit. I ain't going to sleep yet, but here we go, Fanny. Oh yeah, yeah. That does sound like something you need to, for sure. But yeah, that can help with the hurting. I mean, you could try and talk to him again, for sure. Yeah, that's how she acts, and it's who she is. You know, you got your own life to live, and Claudine. Mm. Oh yeah, it's cool. Oh yeah. Thanks, Michael. I'm just chilling here, had the lunch. I'm gonna I'm gonna try and sleep off the hangover a little more soon. Hopefully, if I can get a quick enough nap in. It's gonna be like 80 degrees at like 3 o'clock or something. I had Long John Silver's. I'm hungover. I need the Long John Silver's. I knew the 50 proof. I knew the 100 proof whiskey would get me in trouble. I knew it. Yeah, I'm so excited. It's like It's like a record or something for the time. That's good. That's good that he's on your side. Some people's parents can be really cruel and mean. Like, basically, just have to not let them get to you, and just, especially when you live your own life, like, focus on the positive people in your life and cut out the. What is the term for it? People say like cut off the bad fruit from the tree, something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most people have kids for that reason, right there. They have kids because they want to act out something that didn't happen in their childhood. Oh, I can correct this mistake in my childhood, and it's like, why don't you have a kid because you want to have kids? I have a friend that she worked as a social worker, and she talked about this a lot. One thing she'd tell me often is, of all the things that the government regulates, why can people just have kids however they feel like? Like, of all things, like, if I told somebody to guess something that had no idea, like, what government was or anything, they'd be like, oh, this is something they probably guess. Like, it's wild. Like, oh, the government regulates, like, how many children you have and all this, and it's like, oh, no, no. I think there should be some regulation to it. I mean, you should be able to have as many kids as you want if you're able to have as many kids as you want. Like, can you provide for them? Can you parent for them? And there's no like one parenting style, so it's like, can you parent for them in a way that is efficient to them being a developed member of society? I can't believe the government doesn't care about that. It sounds like the kind of thing the government would really care about. It's like, oh, whatever, pump out your babies. Let's just do whatever. Yeehaw. No, they don't. They should, but they don't. My I've known somebody that she had enough kids that got taken away by the state that the state sterilized her. When she went in and they took the kid right away from her, and she could have got a fine or she could have taken it. Like, she was a burden to the state, and it would be a crime for her to have any more kids, so they offered that to her. Yeah, Kansas is a little wild. It's not exactly forced sterilization. It's like the forced sterilization is bad. Like you shouldn't force sterilize people, but it's a lot different. I'd have to look up at exactly how it worked. It's been a long time since I heard it, but yeah. So you're in Europe, huh? But having taxpayers that are a good, like, functioning member of society that really earns money and, like, I don't know. This is interesting because we're talking about something political without talking about it really politically. This is interesting. Oh, you're in the United Kingdom. Okay. I'm sorry. It seems kind of wild there. I'm sorry. I mean, it's pretty wild here in America, so I mean, I feel like the traditional way governments have operated is going away. Oh, you're in the United Kingdom. That's kind of wild there. Yeah, the traditional ways of, yeah. That's good to look up to your dad. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. They really do, too. Like, as a male, like, as a parent, you'd think, like, oh yeah, my son, that's the one that he's gonna look up to me and we're gonna be like buddies. But no, like, it's interesting. Oh, reminds me of my niece. She's so sweet. I think it's all about like human nature and how we used to be in societies. Because I think about, okay, ancient humans. Well, I don't know with the ancient humans. I don't know, like, because the males weren't around very often, so I don't know. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even move. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I started saying that, and I'm like, Beard, you haven't figured this out yet. Why are you saying it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're talking about like just human nature. We're talking about human nature in general. Yeah, yeah. We're just. Hmm. Nah. fathom. If you don't want to stand for that, you don't have to. I mean, it's up to you. But I'm cool. Everything's good here. I'm gonna be taking a nap soon, so I'm not you. Then I'm trying to think with the males, like why would they? Hmm. Hmm. We didn't talk about. We're not gonna get political like that. We can talk about the society and societal stuff. Um, it is. It's on YouTube. It's better not to have an opinion. I can talk about society and societal stuff and what I know from experience, people I've talked to, and I think about like all the parenting stuff I've learned. Like this comes from everybody on all sort of political spectrums, like their ideals and thoughts and coming together. And I remember I talked to my extreme right wing friend about it, and she agreed with me on the regulation of kids. And I'm like, oh shit, like we should do this. Like if she thinks it's a good idea too, I mean, must be something to do this. Mm. I didn't even know paparazzi were still a thing. Yeah, the ancient Greeks invented the computer, so. They have an easy job nowadays. One of my favorite paparazzi things is where that paparazzi says good morning to Kanye West and he tells him to fuck off. No, he tells him shut the fuck up. I hope I hope it was an Arsenal player. Just so they'd have to report, be like, that'd be funny. They're like, oh, they're like, fuck, we have to report positively on Arsenal. Oh wow. I watch like Jay Foreman and all this, so I have a memory disorder, so it's kind of iffy on what I remember, but damn, that isn't. No, I actually have like an actual like memory, like actual like along with smoking the weed. So they put the guy in the hospital with at a barbecue and set the dogs on him. That sounds like an American South like story. If you told me just that story, and you're like, okay, somebody got beat up around me during a family barbecue. They put the guy in the hospital for months. They set the dogs on him and everything. I'd be like, you're in Georgia. Yeah. It's a good idea. Call it a memory disorder. Well, like the accent that we speak here is like the original British accent. Before that posh sort of one took over into culture. Of course, as anybody would know that's even remotely educated, there's a lot of different accents in the UK. Like somebody from London definitely sounds different than somebody from the Midlands. Like, which shocker, it's like that in America. Man, I rolled the dice on luck of a state to name in my head, and I just rolled the dice and I hit like I hit like all ones on the dice or something. I don't know, I don't play craps. I don't know what a good craps roll is. Mm-hmm. Definitely PTSD, but no professional. Wow, 700 years. Yeah, it sounds like your nervous system is on high alert. Definitely a sign of it. As as Michael said here, oh, probably not. I'm Spanish and Native American, so maybe a little Italian in there. That's about it. I don't have an English, Irish, Scottish, Welsh, French, German, any of that. Yeah, okay. I feel kind of proud about it because I'm like, when people talk about like the evils of white people, I'm like, well, it's only the Spanish that I really have to worry about. I was like, that doesn't apply to me. My people didn't do that shit. And I'm like, oh, the Spanish plundering though. Shit. The Spanish plundered like trillions of dollars worth of gold and silver and materials out of the Americas. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird to me that people are. Whenever I hear it, I'm like, whoa, dodge that. Whoa, away from that. I actually need to get the Native American percentage nailed down. I don't want to like collect a check or anything, or I just want to know. Man, fuck the Danish. Oh, hey, you can talk about 10th century politics if you want to. But the rule about the politics is we don't talk about anything political that happened within the last 500 years. So if you want to talk about like the Norman conquest or something like that, I got you. We can talk about it. I might need a day to familiarize myself. King Godwinson, the yeah, I'm trying to place. I know he was one of the kings. He wasn't the king of the Celts. He was the king of the Saxons. The last Saxon king. Okay. I'm like, he wasn't the king of the Celts. Thank you. I'd have to go more so like the 17, 18, like the later 1600s, like 1700s, 1800s. That's where I specialize in history. If I brushed up and looked at my history stuff on it, I'd know it off the top. Yeah. Yeah, I know there was. I have aphantasia. That's the memory disorder I have. And the no visual memory makes it a pain. Yeah, I know there's the Saxons. I find it wild that the Scottish were ever conquered. Yeah, a lot of stuff isn't very historically accurate. They'll forego historical accuracy to make things more exciting and engaging for people. When history, anyone that's a historian knows like history is nothing but like a big like drama sort of thing. Like, and there's some wild shit that happens in history. I like reading the history on it. It's helping to familiarize in my mind. True. Oh. The Anglo-Saxon society was very democratic. If you know, one thing that I noticed, there seem to be a lot more democratic societies in the past, but we don't really think of them as like, we don't really call them democratic societies necessarily. Think about the pirate ships. We hear about like pirates and how like awful and like it was to run into them. But then you read a pirate charter and you're like, fuck, like I can't imagine being this free like in the 1600s. Like that would be nuts to be this free so long ago. Like they're more free than I am. Yeah. Oh yeah. And a lot of that has to do with like ergot poisoning. People consume things that had ergot and it made them hallucinate and have all these weird effects, and then they're like, oh, it must be witches. Like, this is what superstitious people they can't read do. Like, this is why education's so important. We know, at least with the Salem witch trials, that it was definitely because of ergot poison. Ergot, probably ergot is how you say it. We might say ergot in America, and they might say ergot in, like, the UK. The medieval times were so fucked up. I think about, like, as being a time traveler, I think if I went back to medieval times, I might be able to survive for a week before I get killed. I'm a pretty good survivalist. I mean, I think I could do it. I don't know. My biggest fear to me traveling in the past is I'm not vaccinated anymore. So I can get sick from fucking anything. I can get tetanus. I can get an infection like that. If I eat something my body's not used to, I'm gonna get sick, I'm gonna die. Like, time travel's not fun when you actually think about how realistic of like time travel, and you're vaccinated against modern versions of an illness. You might be a little bit more immune to it than the average person just because of that, but you still have the ancient version of what you're vaccinated to deal with, like, that your immune system's never experienced. I don't know. Oh, I know a little bit of Celtic and stuff. I'd familiarize myself. I'd break open my Celtic to English. I need to find my Celtic to English. I'd break out the Celtic then. And I have somebody that's going to teach me blacksmithing. So if I learn blacksmithing, going back in medieval times, knowing blacksmithing, knowing modern blacksmithing techniques at that, I could really be useful. Like, you're like, we're gonna fold the steel, and they're like, what? Like, we're gonna make steel, we're gonna fold it, we're gonna make him a door hinge. Make him a door that just like closes like really like easily and like totally flush and all this. That speaks in the funny accent. I'll never forget when I was at the library the first time. I was researching into what the fuck for a class. It was like it was the early history of piracy. And I pulled a book, and I thought the book looked really funny on the cover. And I opened it up, and it was in Old English. I'd not heard of Old English until I opened that book up, and then I had to research into it. I looked at it, and I'm like, did I have a fucking stroke? Like, I'd recognize a few words here and there, but everything else would be just gibberish, and I'm like, this book says it's in English. And I'm like, I had a stroke or something. And then I learned about it, and I'm like, you know, if aliens were real, one of the things would be like, the most common thing they'd run into with people is they abduct them. And they're like, don't put me back on Earth. Like, take me anywhere. Just don't put me back there. If you said that to an alien who's like, "Oh, I'm gonna return you home," they're like, "No, don't," and they're like, there's like some other alien that's like typing on a computer, and they're like, "Why does every human say that?" Every human that we abduct is like, "Don't put us back on Earth, please. I'm begging you." Better learning French. You're right. I'd just be a foreign trader and stuff. I'd do with the medieval travel is I'd learn a little bit of French, a little bit of like Celtic, a little bit of Saxon, a little bit of the Germanic languages, and just kind of a little bit of them all, and then speak like I normally do, and then like address people occasionally in the other one, and just be like learning those languages, like yeah, Saxon is German. I realized that after I said it, and I'm just like, yeah, you're correct. I think an STD would be the least of my worries. It'd be crazy. Hmm. Yeah, it's okay. If we get the idea of what you said, it's okay. That over the top way of English is just because I know it's just the over the top. What is it? Shakespearean style of writing. I hear people in Virginia, and I know that's the way the British people talked in the 1700s and the 1600s. I think I think something shocking for a time traveler that went to like 17th century or like 18th century England would be like, oh, like a British person comes in and they're like, "Hey y'all, how you go?" Yeah. You'd be like, what the fuck? You're like, I thought they talk like. Oh, hard to speak in the medieval accent. You gotta, you gotta kind of, you gotta. The first thing you've got to do when you talk is you gotta start rolling your letters in certain ways. I've got to get into it to get there. But like with your L's and everything, you gotta roll, and you gotta like breathe in it. It would take me a while to practice to speak English in a medieval sort of way. But you gotta roll your letters and like pull things together, like your words. I've told you guys before. I know people think I'm fucking nuts with it, but I've had one of the Native American gods in the Southwest interact with me. I don't know how else to describe it. It's the middle of the night. I'm looking in a direction. I'm looking in that direction, and the guy comes out of the darkness in the direction that I'm looking. And he is pretty tall. He's taller than me, maybe like 6 foot tall, completely pale skin, long black hair down past his ass. And when he spoke English like he learned English like 1,000 years ago. I've never had anybody speak English like that to me. I could barely even understand what he was saying. Because he'd say some words like in certain ways that I'm just like, what the hell? And I don't even know, like. And then, like, when I'm at the Native American Cultural Center, like, a few days later, like, oh, they have some depictions of their gods, and there's this pale-skinned guy with this black hair, like, and it's him. That's who I saw. And I'm just like, what in the fuck happened? If an ancient Celt, like, came up to me and started speaking English, I'd imagine they'd speak very similar. It's the most bizarre thing I can imagine. It's weird. I don't even. And he'd like talk to me, and he told me like he'd come out. He came out of the darkness, and he told me he'd been like, I know you're really stressed at the moment. Like, I get that. Be like, Nina will rest and Nina will sleep at some point. Go to Fanny. Fanny will help you. That's what he said to me. And I don't have psychosis or anything like that. And so I don't know what the fuck happened. This guy was telling me personal things that only I would know, like. And then he just kind of wasn't there 1 second. The logical theory in my head is the most logical thing would be like vampire. Vampires are real, and I ran into one. That would be the logical part of my head. I don't know. If I had psychosis, I'd be like, oh yeah, the psychosis kicked in. I've never hallucinated. I have aphantasia. I can't make visuals in my mind. If anything like that happens, it's not inside my mind. My mind can't make the images. So how would I hallucinate if I can't make the images? It doesn't make any sense. It would basically be like your camera took a picture even though you didn't have any film in it. Like, that's basically the same comparison. Oh yeah, French was very common back then. So common. Oh yeah, I've done voodoo before. I've went into some scary abandoned places and I've done voodoo to protect myself. I have some charms and stuff I'll put on me. I figure if I'm gonna walk into evil, I might as well protect myself in any way that I possibly can. Like when I went into the abandoned satanic church, I did that. Like with aphantasia, it's odd, but like I don't dream. I can't produce the visuals for dreaming, but occasionally I'll dream, and it terrifies me because the whatever I'm visualizing in my head didn't come from within my head. It came from somewhere else. So so where does it come from? Where does it occasionally come from? Because it's not me, which is terrifying. Because you're used to just going to sleep. It goes black. You just like shoot awake in the morning, and then occasionally you'll dream, and your brain can't do the visual images. Like you don't do that. So where in the fuck is this coming from? And I want to start like documenting what the visual dreams are like, see if there's a pattern between them. I think it's proof positive towards the human, like we have like a hive mind like conscious that links us together. Basically like an invisible thread that pulls us all together as humans. We can't really interact with it or really even know it's a thing, but oh yeah. That's pretty edgy, yeah. I have not. I think human like our conscious are linked together or something. That has to do with like how babies learn and everything. I believe in it. I definitely believe in it. There's volume 1. Oh, there's a new cover in Byzantine Greek. I have never taken LSD and hallucinated. Everybody's tripped around me and stuff. When I took 5,000 milligrams of edibles, when I took 5,000 milligrams of edibles, when I was walking around in Vegas, the walls were like moving. That's the most I've ever hallucinated in my life. Like there were these clouds up above, and if I looked up, the clouds would be like moving, and you could feel like wind on you. And like I'd look at the walls, and they'd be like moving, like I don't even know, like breathing, I guess you'd say almost. And like the ground was moving back and forth, like that. That's the most I've ever hallucinated. I'd take 5,000 milligrams of THC edibles for that. Which is enough that most people wouldn't be on their fucking feet and conscious, let alone even be able to experience the hallucination from it. I've never taken edibles to that dose again. I usually take about 2,000 though, so it's pretty expensive if I want to take edibles. And that'll last me about 20 minutes. It's crazy. Oh, DMT made me hallucinate a little bit. DMT has nothing to grab onto. What's the DMT taking over? Nothing. I feel that ringing in my. I feel the ringing. Feel it in my spine. I feel that ringing in my spine going into my head. I feel it. It has nothing to grab onto, so it's trying to grab onto your visual receptors and make you hallucinate. I don't have them. Can't do it. It can make me auditorially hallucinate sometimes. Auditorially, I can have smells. Usually it's smells. Hold on, I'm just over here ranting. Yeah, that's crazy about the hallucination. Who brought the light back into? That's awesome. Las Vegas is okay. Las Vegas is okay. It just depends on where you go in Vegas. Like the Fremont Street, where all the casinos are, there's a lot of homelessness. There's a lot of prostitution out. But like the casinos, inside the casinos, they're really nice and fun. If you don't like to be around cigarette smoke, you're in trouble. You're in the worst trouble you've ever been in your life. But it's good. Like it's fun. This it can be a little. It's cool. I liked it. I like gambling. The blue stuff. DMT did nothing. I felt the ringing in my head. I felt it ring into my head. I passed the fuck out. I remember that. I passed the fuck out. And I woke up like 20 minutes later and they're like, "Did you trip?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "What the fuck?" It's like they're like, "You passed out as soon as you took the hit." And I was like, "Yeah, I just went unconscious." And they were too scared to do it after that happened to me, because they thought it was gonna happen to them, and they thought they were just gonna go out and go into a coma or something from doing it. That was before I knew about the aphantasia, so. Yeah, I took 3 hits. I took 3 hits. I held them in as long as I possibly could. The ringing in my head with the third one was making it hard to hold it in. I felt like I was gonna pass the fuck out. And it felt more like it reminded me of like that one time with my junkie friends we huffed Freon. It reminded me of like huffing Freon or something. Or like Duster when you huff a shitload of Duster. Like that sort of experience. That's what DMT reminded me of. Yeah. Hey, that's who you are. That's who you are as a person. Yeah, I don't like the. Oh, that's who you are as a person. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, only weed. Society collapses. I'm doing methamphetamine the first day though. The only thing stopping me is that there's a society I live in. So without the society, nothing's stopping me anymore. That's terrible. I should keep it like a go bag, like a duffel bag just filled with it, just in case. Just a bunch of like pipes, like 100 pounds of it in there, like a bunch of credit cards, a mirror. they're like, it's your go bag, and I'm like, yeah, let's grab my go bag. And they open it up, and it's just filled with drugs. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad I read The Road before I read Blood Meridian. I don't think I would have been ready for Blood Meridian if I'd not read The Road first. The Road is a movie that's very accurate to the book. There's some things they left out, but if somebody couldn't get through reading the book, watching the movie definitely is good. It's not like No Country for Old Men, but oh my god. Ugh. I can't find Blood Meridian anymore. The book disappeared on me, but I'll finish it if I can. Again. I was rereading it again. Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. What do you think of the gang so far? Can you believe we're following such fucking just like piece of shit characters? Like that's a big thing with people that have read the book. They're like that I've had read the book. They're like I don't give a fuck about any of these characters. Like I want bad things to happen to them. Like why are we following them? Like the gang is so crazy. The kid, the judge. I need to grab the. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. So you've seen like the judge when he gets introduced, and I think the judge is the scariest villain in all. Well, he's not even a villain per se. He's just a character in a story. It's definitely a morally gray sort of book. Well, you've already seen the moral grayness. So we're gonna go from talking about the kid to talking about the boy and the man. Mm-hmm. This one man. That's great. Oh, I won't talk much about it. I know you're 50. The book is more horrifying than the film. Though. Not by much. I'm glad in film. I'm glad they chose some of the stuff we see in the books. When I saw the human cattle farm, I'm just like, oh fuck. Oh yeah. It's good to have music that helps you through dark times. Yeah. I don't think the babies is the worst part in the road. The the red bandana bandits. The red bandana bandits come to my mind first and foremost. Cheers, Mike. Hopefully we see you around again. No. You don't see apocalyptic tales like The Road very often. This is like an apocalyptic tale that takes place after the survivalists have run out of supplies. And everybody's just out for blood, and everybody is just survival first, and there's no more food. Like, I don't think there's more hopeless. Maybe like, what is it? I have no mouth, and I must scream. That's definitely a worse apocalyptic future. And I actually think Terra that we see in Warhammer 40k is one of the worst fates we ever see for Earth. Terra, I guess AM taking over Earth is probably the worst that we ever see. Because there's no, like, hope for humanity to ever recover. And I guess with Terra, it's the same way, so. But humanity exists on Terra. Humanity is just, like, crushed Earth's spirit beneath their boot heel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. In, Liberia. The Liberian, like, rebels, and they believe in, like, cannibalizing children. They believe, like, cannibalizing children makes them stronger and stuff. And they'll eat the kids when they're alive and stuff. Because the meat's better, as fresh as possible. Like, those people are truly, like, evil. You know, people throw around somebody's evil. They're like, oh, that person's evil because they did that. Like, that person is fucking evil. Like, they give Hitler a run for their money. Like, and the fact that they believe that and it makes them a stronger warrior and everything, it's like, oh, holy shit. Or like Pol Pot. Maybe we should use Pol Pot as the example for evil, so we don't get political. How do I talk about a dictator without getting political? There we go. I don't think Pol Pot's gonna make many people go all up in arms and be like, we're gonna talk about the Cambodian genocide and how pro-Cambodian genocide we are. I'm pretty confident that's not gonna happen. I hope so. But yeah, Africa and their warlords and stuff are just wild. We have the European powers to take that. The child soldiers fight because their families are going to get killed if they don't. That's why. And a lot of the child soldiers, they just don't know right from wrong. So they don't even know what they're doing is necessarily wrong, or even understand that that sort of thing could be wrong. And these warlords are just taking advantage of it. And If kids die instead of your experienced warriors, that's less of a loss. There's some really cold, callous shit to this. Like, these people are warlords. Like, I'm amazed there's not more people from Africa all over the world. Go, quick. You have 10 seconds. You can even Google it now. What's the most stable country in Africa? Any answers? That's not good, but you're right. You're correct. South Africa is the correct answer, unfortunately. There's not a lot of stability there, and it has to. Their government's falling apart there. Then again, I don't know. I never know what the state of a place is unless I step foot in there. I can read whatever I want. Somebody could easily have some biased agenda towards it. I know one thing. North Korea is the most beautiful country in the world, I'd imagine. The countryside, the nature there, would be unlike anywhere on Earth. But unfortunately, the political situation makes it impossible to enjoy that. And actually, the political situation is why the nature is probably the most pristine, beautiful on the planet. Untouched by industrialization, human hands, like... Maybe they have pollution from China, that would be the big issue, but... Up in those mountains that have those valleys and everything, there'd be isolated valleys that were even untouched by the Korean War. That I bet there's like a valley up in the North Korean mountains that is the best fishing in the entire world. I would bet money on it. Some little mountain, like, lake that's just, like, in a crater or something, or a river that goes through a valley that's up in a mountain, just to die for. Once people have been broken like that, they just can't come back, you know? I try and think about generational prison sentences. What if, like, for things like human trafficking, we did that to people? Like, here in America. I've thought of some extreme solutions to solve that. And that might be one of them. Because I don't know. I don't know how motivated you'd be to do a crime based on money. If you know, like, your parents are going to go to prison when you do this. Your grandparents are going to go to prison. Like, your sisters, your brothers, your uncles. Everybody you know is going to go to prison that's related to you. Yeah, it's not fair. But I feel like there's some things like that that require extreme, like, intervention, like, where the person needs to really, like, face some consequences that are extreme and, like, awfully unfair. And with something like trafficking, like, they're trying to kidnap people and force them into something they don't want to do. So, once you get caught with it, your family gets forced into prison. Kind of the eye for an eye sort of thing. It's that medieval sort of justice thing. You don't want Beard in charge of the bandit camp. You've heard that now. Oh, you stole some food. We're cutting all your family's fingers off. Everybody loses a finger in the family, not just you. I think about it a lot because a lot of these criminals really care about their families, so they're motivated to do these things for their families. Well, we could motivate them against doing it for their families. And there's some pretty crime can get pretty crazy here in America, and there's some. I don't know if it's a good solution, but it'd be pretty crazy. It happens. So there's the side of that. See, it has to be worked out. I don't know. Yeah. I'd agree it should never be done. Like, there are some very strange solutions for this, so definitely. It would screw over a lot of people, but I think it starts with more just encouraging like good parenting and raising people right, and stopping crime like where it starts. We'll have to deal with crime. Crime is a side effect of the society itself, so you could reduce it down to basically nothing, but there'd still be like petty theft and all this, like. Penelope. I was about to end in a couple minutes to go take a. Hey. I was having some lunch, and then I'm chilling out. That was a terrible one. There we go. There we go. I need to still sleep off my hangover. Oh, it's going. It's been going pretty good. The chat's going nice. Thank you for lifting me up earlier. That was really sweet of you. Hey. Sorry. Hey, I'm gonna end in a few minutes. I still need to sleep the hangover off a little more. What's up, CJ? Penelope and CJ are here now. That's good. It's good to see you. Today's been really busy for you. We'll have to make sure to make a little time to talk tonight if we can. You got a shot of Henny for me? I got some nice whiskey. That's good. Yeah, I miss you, Penelope. Like, I know we've been talking and talking for like weeks. Just pretty much on and on. And it's like, oh, you're gonna be busy one day, and I'm like, okay, well, I need you today now. CJ knows I'm usually like, oh, thank Christ, I get a break from the lady. I'm like, no, you've been away too much. Yeah, Long John Silver's was good today. Really nice. I'm still feeling a little. I didn't sleep well. I never sleep well if I'm on live. Penelope, I don't even know. We might do a 24-hour live. I've been live since like 5 p.m. I've taken like two 30-minute breaks. In theory, I'm treating it like a 24-hour job, man. I'm like, I do 6 hours, I take a 30-minute break, then I do 6 more hours, take a 30-minute break. Hello, kitty. Say hello to the kitty. I saw you texted me. I was gonna respond, and I'm like, I'll wait. Oh, CJ, what do you get at IHOP? Hopefully they made the omelet with the fresh eggs. I never thought about that. I don't know, I'm trying to keep myself busy too. This is work for Beard. If I can get monetized, I can make enough extra money. Then maybe I can do a little something on the side. And really make this work here. I saw JR's live the other day and it made me really motivated. He made like $200 or something like that. And we got it, baby. You're gonna be punching, helping me fight in the corner. We got this. I was gonna sleep off the hangover a little bit more, and I have some stuff to review. I need to shoot some reviews. I haven't shot a review for like 30 days. That's something I really wish you were here with me. I know you'd help me find and get some stuff, like, be like, oh look, you're gonna review this today. That'd be kind of cool. Having somebody be like, here, you're gonna review these items today, and I'm like, oh great, here we go. Hey, soon enough. Soon enough. It'd be cool. Oh yeah, cooking. A lot of the cooking that I do is so basic. I'm not like cooking like these fancy like dishes and all that. With the taste testing, I do the frozen foods. I'm trying to help people find the best of the best. We have a couple of those planned. I'm thinking of it on my birthday, maybe doing one. All day. The entire day we're gonna do one. We're gonna do like all the El Monterey products. We're gonna try them all in 24-hour period. I like to try into all the frozen food stuff. It hasn't been very expensive either. Like I said, the most expensive video I made was like $16 or $17. And I got like 8 meals out of it, so I need to get more reviews shot. I'm rusty in it. I need to get back into the groove of it. Yeah, music is therapy. What the fuck? You're a weird one. You know, yeah, you do great. Okay, folks, I pushed it an hour from what I was. I'm gonna go take a brief nap and yeah, sorry. And then I have something that I'm gonna cook tonight. Actually, I have a meal that I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna make you all a classic recipe. The the first ever fast food. We're gonna make the first ever fast food. I realize I don't have any hamburger buns. I need hoagies actually. I need a hoagie roll, but you know. And you guys have seen this thing before, but you've seen a different version of what I'm gonna make. But you guys probably know what I'm gonna make. Fathom, I'm going up to my bed to end it. I'm sorry. I hope you'll be back tonight. We're gonna cook something. I have a recipe from the past to make for y'all. And I can't wait. Like I hope you're all back for that. I don't know, like 5, 6 o'clock central. I don't know. Oh, you're gonna go back to work? Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. Message me when you get off work. Everything. And Fathom, thanks for tuning in, dude. Penelope, love you, girl. Cheers, y'all.